Okay, hi and welcome to a quick guide series on Foundry VTT. These early videos are going to be intended for people totally new to Foundry and ideally haven't purchased it yet, because there is some important information going to be covered in these first few videos. Don't forget, this is going to be a full series, so check out the channel, subscribe, and there will be a playlist going up as I upload these videos. But first, before I jump into the main part of it, I do have to thank the LFG Hero page. This video has been made sort of in collaboration with them and requested by them. It's a tabletop community mainly focused on the European, African and Middle Eastern time zones. It's a friendly community and we are doing a lot of DM workshops at the minute. With that out of the way, I need to explain, let's go for the basics of what Foundry is. Foundry is a virtual tabletop, but it's not like your other premium tabletops like Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds. Foundry is more of a community-driven tabletop system, as I will go through that in detail. So let's have a look at the standard tabletop format. Something like Roll20 makes a contractual agreement with a system designer, Wizards of the Coast for 5e for example. This allows Roll20 to distribute and sell Wizards books, and the systems are fully integrated into their system. However, as DMs know, this can get very, very expensive quite quickly, as all the books have to be marked up a lot higher than their traditional prices. However, if we look at the Foundry side of things, the dev team for Foundry created a community distribution platform with the hosting and virtual tabletop functionality. This allows the community to step in, take the systems, and integrate them into Foundry. They also have access to the ability to create their mods for specific effects or DM's ease of use tools. This overall makes it a cheaper, and while it does require more setup, it is an easier system to go for. With that out the way though, we do have to speak about our requirements for Foundry. Foundry is a technical system. It's a lot more hardcore than Roll20, which is a hosted system. Players, you don't actually truly need much, but you do need something. You need a modern system, a decent amount of RAM. Your average computer has 8 gigs of RAM now at least. You're also going to need a monitor that's of a particular size. There is a way to get around this for DMs though, and we'll cover that in a later video when we start going through mods. Also, for players that are connecting, if you are having issues, check you have hardware acceleration enabled. That's a common area. It needs to be enabled in both your graphical settings on your computer and in your browser. Just to point out as well, the browser, Safari and Edge is not currently supported. So you do need to use a Chromium based system. DMs, you're going to need a lot more. This is why I said make sure you haven't purchased FoundryNet. You are going to need an internet provider which supports portfowrading. Test this before you purchase Foundry, as not all internet providers allow you to port forward. You're also going to need a decent internet connection. 12 megabytes is recommended. You're also going to need a decent amount of RAM, but 16 gigs of RAM is a completely achievable thing for most systems nowadays. If you don't have these specifications on your computer and you still want to use Foundry, you can go for the hosted platform, but that's going to give you a monthly cost. That monthly cost is going to pile up, and at which point you have to decide for yourself, is it better just getting Roll20, which would be probably work out cheaper. And that's effectively the basics of Foundry. In the next video, I'm going to go through setting up your first world, getting your players connected, and starting to do your first rolls. Thank you for jumping in, and I hope to see you soon.